Yo, what has happened, everyone? XpertFusion here, and the leaks are starting to come in. Black Ops Cold War Zombies, multiplayer, everything is being leaked like crazy because the game has just been open for those who have early copies. So if you don't want to hear any leaks or any rumors of any kind, I would just click off the video. But none of these that I'm covering are massive, deals. They're not like spoilers for like story or Easter egg stuff or any of that nature. It's mainly just the game mechanics themselves, because I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not liking how it's looking so far when it comes to not only just zombies but also multiplayer. We'll talk about both modes for just a little bit here, but I want to start off talking about zombies first, because the gameplay that was leaked for zombies, I did watch it. It was about 30 minutes worth of gameplay that I didn't watch every minute of it, but I watched a decent amount of it. There's some great stuff about it. Obviously, the good stuff is the stuff we've already heard, like all the different mechanics. I do like the mechanics and some of the features within zombies. I think my biggest issue with it would be the look of it and the overall aesthetic. It doesn't feel unique. It doesn't feel like zombies. And obviously, I can't say that for myself because I haven't played it yet. So all these opinions I'm sharing with you guys right now are based off of this gameplay alone. This does not mean I think the game will be like this. This does not mean this is my opinion on the game itself, because I can't make that opinion until I play it myself. This is just based off of leaked gameplay, and I gotta say, this leaked gameplay, it doesn't look that amazing. I'm kind of disappointed with it, I'll be honest. Now, again, they don't show off everything. They don't show off every different feature that the game's gonna have. Of course, there could be a day one patch that fixes a lot of the issues that I'm having right now with this gameplay. The major thing I feel like is the biggest issue here is that it almost feels like it looks like it's from multiplayer or from Warzone. It doesn't feel like it has that zombies aesthetic to it. It doesn't. It just has zombies on the map and they just come at you. You know what I mean? It doesn't. I think a big part of that is obviously the HUD, how you come into the map, the menu screen. If you guys see the menu screen, and this again, I'm hoping changes for the full game. None of these things are huge deals though. These are more like just overall first impressions. This could potentially not be an issue at all after playing the game for a couple days, but for right now, I feel like it might be an issue. The menu screen is literally the multiplayer menu screen, and it just says zombies at the top. There's no special, menu screen like you had in BO3 where you'd be, watching the different characters in the frozen forest, or BO4 where you have like the zombie stills and you have the characters in this cool little backdrop. You don't have that here. It's literally just the operators from multiplayer behind the same exact area that you're in multiplayer. And I feel like this is my biggest issue with COD in general right now, is that they're trying too hard to appeal to Warzone casuals. I know why they're doing this. It makes so much sense. They want zombies in every single mode in this game to be something that Warzone casuals, who are obviously the players who only really play Warzone and don't really touch the other modes, they want those players to purchase the full game, and they want them to enjoy the full game. And they think the only way they'll enjoy it is if they make every mode just like Warzone. That's why they're taking all these mechanics and all these features, and they're trying to just make it feel and look all like Warzone, and I just don't understand why they think that's a good idea. Players can enjoy different things. It doesn't have to be a carbon copy of Warzone to still be enjoyable to people who like Warzone. People like different things. We want different experiences. My biggest issue with Modern Warfare is that they tried to combine all three modes to feel like unified, and I don't know why they think we want that. I don't think anybody really cares about unification. Instead, we want these modes to feel different. We want it to feel unique. I go to zombies to get away from multiplayer, to get away from Warzone for a little bit and just have a completely different feeling game, because Black Ops 3 zombies compared to multiplayer, BO4 zombies compared to multiplayer, Infinite Warfare zombies compared to multiplayer, they look night and day different in terms of the features. Obviously, you have a couple of things you bring over, like obviously the guns are from multiplayer, the overall game engines from multiplayer. A couple of these wonder weapons are kind of, taken from multiplayer in some ways, in some aspects, like the specialists, for example, like the Ragnaroks, but they make them look different and have that zombies aesthetic to it. But this doesn't feel like it's going to have that zombies aesthetic. It feels like it's literally just taking the features from Warzone and multiplayer and just putting them into zombies. Obviously, you're still going to have some zombie specific features. No shit. We're going to have boss fights. We're going to have boss zombies. We're going to have wonder weapons, obviously. And this gameplay didn't show off a lot. There wasn't a lot seen in it, and I think parts of it might have been a tutorial mode. I'm not too sure. But I just don't like the direction they're going with that. Now, I don't think that's going to be game breaking. I don't think it's going to ruin it. but I do think it could definitely put a damper on how much I enjoy it, especially because I just want to get away from the other modes when I'm hopping into zombies. Another big thing is the HUD. The HUD is terrible, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm just saying it straight up, but of course you can change the HUD according to some leakers. There are customization options, but the default, that's obviously the default HUD is what they're showing, I'm assuming. I don't like that. And I know if you can change it, that's cool and all, but I don't think it's going to let us change it that much. I'm sure they'll let us remove the mini-map and remove the compass, but what's really the point of doing that? If they're features that are already there and they might help you in some ways, because it seems like they could be useful, why would I remove it? It's a part of the game, you know what I mean? It's like, yes, it can make it look better without it, but at the same time, it's still the default look that the game is going for. I don't think the HUD customization is going to be as big as I see some people saying. Like the round counter is in the top right-hand corner of the screen. What do these? I'm sorry, I don't want to be mean here, but does Treyarch watch YouTube videos? Do they watch what people say about these video games? Do they know that all YouTubers love to put their webcam in the top right-hand corner? Why would you put the round counter there? I don't know. The mini-map, I feel like, is just there, again, to appeal to Warzone casuals, because they don't want people from Warzone going into zombies and being like, where's the mini-map? Who cares if they say that? Get them used to a different feeling mode, but they just really want players to feel... I really think Warzone's going to ruin COD. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not even lying. I love Warzone. I think it's so much fun, but it needs to stay separate. Why is it trying to itch its way into everything else? I don't like that. I'll be honest with you guys. And then my other complaint I'm going to just bring out here. I hate being negative, but I got to say this because I'm just... I don't like it. I don't like it. Another big negative is the amount of content we seem to be getting for this game. Now, this is to be expected because we did hear a lot of rumors of massive, not even rumors, a lot of it's just true, of massive development issues that this game had, and obviously that caused them to cut back on a lot of features and content that we should be getting at launch. For example, there was a couple other leaked stuff that we're supposed to get for launch, but they're being cut back. So the zombies map, there was supposed to be a Vietnam zombies map at launch. That's being cut back, probably released later on. There's 6 kill streaks apparently that were removed. They were leaked like a couple weeks ago. Remember we got those leaked score streak lists? Apparently like 6 of those are just gone, including the Blackbird, and they're not going to be there for launch. Now, obviously we'll get them at some point in DLC for sure, but it's still taking away from launch day content. Now, if they come out right then and there on launch and say, listen, we know we got a lack of content here, but we're just trying to get it done. We didn't want to delay the whole game just for a couple different, weapons and maps and score streaks. So they'll come out as soon as possible. We'll get them probably December, January. They'll be out for free updates, and we'll get those all to you guys as soon as possible. If they said that, I wouldn't be complaining too much, honestly, because free DLC is fine. I agree. You shouldn't delay the whole game just because of a few maps and guns and score streaks that aren't ready for launch. You shouldn't delay the whole game for that. I agree. But they need to come out and say that, because if they don't, then people are going to be freaking out and worried, like, where's the content? And then they have to make up for it with even more DLC down the line. But I'm afraid they won't, because Activision's pushing so hard for these developers to release the games every 2 years now, which is just absolutely ridiculous. Like, Activision, take a goddamn chill pill. Let us wait a week or like a year or two in between these titles. We don't need a game every single year, especially if you're going to give us a lot of post-launch content. We can deal with the same COD for a little bit, or give us those remasters. You guys literally made Modern Warfare 2 remastered. Just release the multiplayer. You guys have, Warzone now, which you can do a million different things with. You don't need a new Call of Duty every year. Let the developers breathe and actually give us good, solid DLC content throughout the season, instead of just doing what Modern Warfare did, where they literally gave us 5 new DLC maps in the entire season. Every other map is either from Warzone or a remake, which is just insane for post-launch content for a COD game. They need to chill. They need to chill and realize that we need more content for these games. I always say quality over quantity, 100%, but that doesn't mean I don't want more content, because apparently there's only like 27 guns on launch, which isn't terrible. I really don't mind that, but I do want more than that. Maps, apparently there's only 8 6v6 maps at launch. Of course, I do want more than that. And with free DLC, it's not that big of a deal, but they gotta let us know it's coming soon, and they gotta let us know it's not going to take away from the other content that we're gonna get. Like, for example, that zombies map, the Vietnam one that's being delayed, that better not count as a DLC map. That better not be like DLC 1 or whatever. That better just be DLC 0 or whatever, just giving it to us, you know, within the next month or two, because it was supposed to be there for launch according to leakers and such. Now, obviously, it wasn't officially supposed to be there for launch, but according to people, that's how it was planned. So don't just replace it with another DLC map. No, give us all the maps you could possibly do. But again, they're people, they're humans. I can't complain too much because they still have to work on this content. They still have to spend time on it, and I don't want them to rush it. So what are they going to do? Again, the only solution I have is Activision, chill out, let them work on this stuff, let them have a full year of working on some good post-launch stuff instead of forcing them to work on their next game so soon, which I guarantee you they're probably already pushing them to work on Black Ops Cold War 2 right now. I wouldn't even be surprised, which is just ridiculous. I'm still excited. This doesn't take away my excitement at all, really. It's just like, it's just putting a damper on it, I would have to say. So let me know what you guys think. I'm not linking the leaked gameplay in the description or anything. I'm not taking the chances. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.